They say, if you want to know who you really are, notice how people react to you when you stop pretending. Some will clap, some will smile, and some will feel uncomfortable. They say that when a river becomes deep, it no longer makes much noise. The shallow streams shout, splash, and demand attention, but the deep river flows quietly, with strength that cannot be measured by sound. In the same way, when a woman grows inwardly strong, her presence becomes gentle, steady, and powerful. Not everyone understands this. Not everyone is comfortable around it. Some people will feel uneasy around you, and they won't always know why. You may not have said anything wrong. You may not have done anything dramatic. Yet your silence will feel heavy to them. Your calm will feel unfamiliar, and your boundaries will feel threatening. This happens because many people live in constant noise, noise of comparison, noise of insecurity, noise of approval seeking. When they meet someone who is at peace, their own inner chaos becomes louder. You do not rush to explain yourself. You do not argue with every misunderstanding. You choose your words carefully, and sometimes you choose no words at all. This is not because you are weak, but because you have learned that not every invitation deserves your energy. Peace is expensive. It costs attention, discipline, and courage. You also do not chase people to be liked. You respect others, but you do not shrink to fit into spaces that demand you to abandon yourself. You understand slowly and kindly that your worth does not increase when someone approves of you, and it does not decrease when someone ignores you. This realization alone changes the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you sit in a room. There will be moments when you are misunderstood. Some will call you distant. Some will say you have changed. And they are right. You have changed. You have grown from reacting to reflecting, from pleasing to choosing, from surviving to living consciously. Growth is quiet, but it is also lonely at times. When you enter certain places, conversations change. Not because you try to control them, but because authenticity has weight. A calm mind carries authority without shouting. A stable heart creates impact without performance. Some people will feel inspired by this. Others will feel exposed. Both reactions are natural. And one day, you will notice that you no longer fight to keep everyone in your life. You will let go without hatred. You will move on without bitterness. You will wish people well, even if they cannot walk with you anymore. This is not weakness. This is emotional strength. So if your presence makes some people uncomfortable, do not dim yourself. If your silence confuses them, do not become noisy to fit in. And if your peace feels heavy to those who are addicted to chaos, let it be. The world does not need more masks. It needs more women who are rooted, gentle, and unshakable. Walk softly, carry depth within you, and remember the deepest rivers reach the farthest oceans. There comes a time in life when a person's presence is no longer measured by words, by applause, or by constant validation. It is measured by calmness, by clarity, by the quiet confidence that radiates from within. When a woman reaches this state, when her aura becomes strong, something remarkable happens. People notice it, even if they cannot name it. Some feel drawn to it, inspired by it. Others feel unsettled, challenged by it, as though the light she carries reminds them of shadows they have been avoiding for years. This is not because she seeks to impress anyone, but because she has learned the value of self-respect, of inner peace, of standing in her truth. She does not speak to be heard, she speaks to be understood. And sometimes, she chooses silence because silence is louder than any argument. A quiet mind has strength that words can never match. And when a person carries such depth, not everyone can handle it. Some people feel exposed, others feel unsure, and many simply prefer the comfort of noise over the challenge of reflection. Her strength lies not in controlling others, but in controlling herself. She does not demand attention. She does not chase approval. She simply exists with purpose, clarity, and kindness. And when she walks into a room, the energy shifts, not because she is loud, but because authenticity has weight. It touches hearts, sometimes inspires, and sometimes makes people uncomfortable. This is the paradox of a powerful aura. It attracts the right energies and repels those who cannot match it, not out of malice, but as a natural law of alignment. She also understands boundaries. She knows that saying no is not cruelty, but self-respect. She knows that letting go is not failure but freedom. She has grown to see that not everyone is meant to walk with her forever. Some people are lessons, some are experiences, and very few are the companions who will walk beside her for the long journey. And when she outgrows people, she does not hold on to resentment. She simply moves forward with love, leaving space for life to bring what truly aligns with her. Her aura is powerful because she has cultivated it quietly over time. It is not in the drama she avoids, nor in the chaos she does not indulge, but in the choices she makes every single day to forgive, to act with integrity, to nurture peace, to stay grounded. She has learned that the deepest rivers are silent, yet they carve mountains, nourish forests, and reach the farthest seas. Strength is silent. Confidence is calm. Influence is gentle. And that is why not everyone can handle her. So if your calm feels strange to others, do not shrink. If your peace makes them restless, do not change. If your clarity exposes their confusion, let it be. The world needs more light bearers, more people who walk softly yet carry mountains within them. Walk with kindness, walk with courage, and never apologize for the depth and strength that naturally arise from living a life of awareness, purpose, and inner peace. There are some people whose presence can change the very atmosphere of a room. You do not notice it at first because it is subtle, quiet, and unassuming. Yet, slowly, the energy shifts. Some feel comforted, some feel inspired, and some feel unsettled. This is the power of an aura that is strong, calm, and grounded. It is not something one wears or pretends to have. It grows naturally from inner peace, self-respect, and clarity of purpose. A woman with such an aura does not need to raise her voice to be heard. Her actions, her composure, and her integrity speak volumes. People often confuse silence with weakness, but she knows that the loudest storms are often shallow, while the deepest rivers are silent. She has learned that true power lies in patience, in calm, and in the ability to respond rather than react. She does not get carried away by every opinion, every conflict, or every criticism. Instead, she observes, reflects, and chooses her response carefully. And in this, she finds freedom and strength. This strength also shows itself in the way she values herself. She does not constantly seek approval, nor does she measure her worth by others' opinions. She understands that it is impossible to make everyone comfortable or pleased. Some people will always be jealous, some will misunderstand, and some will simply not be ready for her energy. And that is okay, because she is not here to fit into someone else's expectations. She is here to honor her truth, to nurture her soul, and to live authentically. She also understands boundaries. She says no when needed, not out of anger, but out of respect for herself. She lets go of what no longer serves her, without bitterness, without resentment. She forgives, but she does not allow herself to be trapped in patterns of pain. She moves forward with grace, leaving behind those who are unable to walk with her. And in doing so, she creates space for people, experiences, and opportunities that align with her highest good. Her presence is magnetic because it is genuine. She does not perform for attention or validation. She does not try to impress, she simply is. And when she walks into a room, some feel inspired, some feel challenged, and some feel exposed. This is the paradox of a powerful aura. It attracts those who resonate and repels those who cannot. But she is undeterred because she knows that her energy is precious, and it is not meant to be diluted or wasted on those who cannot appreciate it. If your energy makes others uncomfortable, do not apologize. If your calm confuses them, do not become restless. If your authenticity exposes them, let it be. True power is quiet, steady, and enduring. Walk with kindness. Carry your depth silently and never shrink for anyone. Life rewards those who are rooted, gentle, and unshakable, and those who nurture their inner strength will always leave a lasting impact on the world around them. There are people whose presence feels like a gentle breeze, yet their impact is as powerful as a storm. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, their calm energy shifts the world around them. This is the mark of someone whose aura is strong and unshakable. When a woman reaches this level of inner strength, her aura becomes so powerful that not everyone can handle it. It is not about being loud, dramatic, or forceful. It is about being deeply rooted in peace, clarity, and self-respect. And this presence, though subtle, touches everyone she meets. A woman with such a presence does not need constant recognition. She does not seek approval or validation from others. She has learned that true happiness and confidence come from within, not from the reactions of people around her. When she speaks, her words carry weight because they are spoken from experience, observation, and understanding. She knows when to talk and when to remain silent. Silence is not emptiness. It is a signal of control, reflection, and maturity, and many people are unprepared for it. They expect noise, drama, and constant chatter, and when they encounter someone whose calmness is absolute, they feel unsure, even intimidated. Her strength is seen in the boundaries she maintains. She knows that saying no is not cruelty, it is self-respect. She understands that she cannot please everyone, and she no longer wastes her energy trying to do so. Some people may try to challenge her, test her, or misunderstand her intentions, and yet she does not react impulsively. She observes, she reflects, and she chooses the path that aligns with her principles. Her actions are deliberate, and her presence is consistent. This is why her aura is so powerful. It is authentic, steady, and unwavering. People may call her different or distant, but they fail to understand that her clarity and focus require discipline and courage. She has learned to let go of what no longer serves her, not out of anger or bitterness, but out of love and wisdom. She forgives, she grows, and she moves forward, creating space for the people and opportunities that truly belong in her life. She does not chase anyone, and she does not fear solitude, because she knows that being alone with oneself is a sign of strength, not weakness. Her presence can inspire, motivate, and heal, but it can also make others feel exposed or inadequate. This is not something she tries to manipulate. It is simply the natural effect of authenticity meeting pretension. A person with a powerful aura does not dim their light for anyone. She continues to grow, nurture her energy, and walk her path, quietly changing the world around her. And those who can handle her presence will be drawn closer, while those who cannot will naturally drift away. So, if your energy feels too intense for some, if your calmness feels unfamiliar, and if your presence feels challenging, do not shrink. Stand tall, walk gently, carry your strength. And remember that your aura is not meant for everyone. It is meant for those who can resonate with your light, your peace, and your truth. There are moments in life when a woman's presence speaks louder than her words, when her energy touches hearts in ways that cannot be explained. People are drawn to her light, yet some feel uncomfortable in her presence, as though her calmness and clarity are holding up a mirror to their own lives. This is the sign of a powerful aura. It is not loud, flashy, or demanding. It is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in inner peace. And because it is authentic, it does not ask for permission or approval. It simply exists. And that presence itself makes an impact. A woman with a strong aura does not need constant validation. She has learned that her worth does not depend on compliments, recognition, or the opinions of others. She knows her value, and she honors it in every thought, word, and action. When she speaks, people listen, not because she shouts or demands attention, but because she speaks with clarity, purpose, and calm authority. And when she chooses silence, it is not emptiness, it is strength. It is the power of reflection, the ability to observe without being pulled into the chaos of unnecessary arguments. Many people are not ready for such calm, and that is why her presence can feel intimidating to them. Her strength also comes from her ability to set boundaries. She says no when needed, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. She has learned that her energy is precious and must be protected. She does not chase approval or try to fit into spaces that require her to compromise her authenticity. Those who cannot accept her boundaries may try to challenge her, misinterpret her intentions, or distance themselves, but she does not react impulsively. She observes, reflects, and chooses her response with care. Her calmness is not passive. It is deliberate, intentional, and powerful. She understands that growth often requires letting go. Some people are meant to be part of her journey for a season, while others are lessons she must learn and release. She does not carry resentment, but she also does not return to old cages of familiarity or toxicity. She moves forward gracefully, creating space for those who align with her energy and purpose. This ability to forgive without returning to the past is a rare form of strength, and it is a hallmark of her aura. Her presence can uplift, inspire, and motivate, but it can also make others uncomfortable because it challenges pretension, insecurity, and superficiality. This is not her intention. It is a natural consequence of authenticity meeting insecurity. A woman with a powerful aura does not dim her light for anyone. She continues to grow, to nurture her inner strength, and to walk her path with purpose. And those who are aligned with her energy will be drawn closer, while those who are not will naturally drift away. So if your calmness feels too intense, if your clarity feels challenging, and if your presence feels unsettling to some, do not apologize. Stand grounded, walk gently, carry your inner strength, and remember that your aura is a gift not for everyone, but for those who are ready to receive it. Your peace, your authenticity, and your light are meant to shine, and the world is better because you do not shrink from being who you truly are. If people are uncomfortable with your growth, do not shrink. If your calm makes them restless, do not create storms to fit in. And if your strength makes them distant, let them go with love. Because the world does not need more noise. It needs more women who are rooted, peaceful, unshakable. So walk gently, but carry mountains inside you. Stay kind, stay strong, and never apologize for becoming who you were meant to be.